Toastmaster Brandon Moore. Brandon Moore is proud to tell the story of an ordinary man named Ralph C. Smedley. Let's hear it.
Thank you, Lydia, and thank you, Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and guests. The year was 1903. A silent film called The Great Train Robbery was rocking theaters all across America as the first action Western film. Orville and his brother Wilbur became first in flight on the outer banks of North Carolina in a sleepy town called Kitty Hawk. President Teddy Roosevelt and wilderness enthusiast John Muir hiked through Yosemite, thus inspiring the national park system. And in Bloomington, Illinois, a little town, an idea was born inside an ordinary man named Ralph C. Smedley. And at that moment, Ralph saw a need for more at his YMCA in Bloomington, Illinois. A need for people to grow, young men to do more than play basketball, volleyball, swim in the pool. I didn't know there was more than that, but he saw the need for more than that. Need for leadership, need for time management, the ability to communicate well with others. And so he formed a speaking club in 1903, turn of the century. And it was a club not unlike our club today. They had speakers, just like we do. They had colorful characters. I don't know if they had anybody quite like Roy Scherer or Carson Schaefer, who I hear is healing up well. But they had a club. And they did evaluations where more experienced speakers like Smedley, Sean over here evaluating me, and less experienced speakers would get to evaluate more experienced speakers like Jeff, and learn how to take complex thoughts and put them into something that made sense for people. And his idea was going well, much like the Wright brothers' first planes. And I'm going to portend here for a moment. In 1905, Smedley had to move to Freeport. And in Freeport, he tried again to try to inspire business people and local community leaders to embrace this idea of a speaking club. But he failed. And much like the Wright brothers' planes crashed numerous times, Smedley's idea crashed. And he had no club. It wasn't until 15 years later, when he moved to Santa Ana, California, that he was able to get his fledgling club off the ground. And at this club, also at a YMCA, Smedley began to develop all the things that we see today in this Toastmasters Club here. And when the nation was in awe of the Wright brothers, their plane flying was now circumnavigating the whole globe. The developments that they led in developing propellers and how to control these bi-wing planes were now, the Army had now first flown around the world. And coincidentally, on October 22nd, 1924, Smedley coined Toastmasters, and the club began to grow. This was before social media. It was spreading from town to town, city to city, state to state. Didn't even have Blake Smith to help him out. Blake Smith's steel horse, that is. I know you're a Bon Jovi guy. Stop with, come on. You ride a steel horse, man. So Smedley went on to he had to write a manual of instructions, 10 lessons in public speaking. He had to bind these into books and disseminate them throughout the state at that time. This is throughout California. And it's spreading like viral, the rapid growth, this cultural phenomenon that today we call Toastmasters. Eventually went to British Columbia, Canada. By 1930, Toastmasters was then called Toastmasters International. His idea was going global. 352,000 members in 141 countries, 16,000 clubs. today. Started with a little idea inside an ordinary guy in Bloomington, Illinois, in 1903. Smedley went on to author The Great Peacemaker, which is a book that you can find on Amazon. Currently, it is the second edition copy is $75. I hope you guys buy it before me because I'm going to buy it and resell it for $150 because I'm a salesman. The Art of Criticism. He went on to author numerous other books. I haven't read any of them yet, but I'm recommending them now, and I'm going to get one soon, so I'll be happy to pass that around. The Art of Criticism. And a quote that I find really, really great for Toastmasters. Whatever your grade or position, if you know how and when to speak and when to remain silent, your chances of real success are proportionately increased. Which is a pretty powerful statement from the guy who invented our club. In 1956, Smedley was honored by the club he created. He became president and board member for life. Worked as educational director until October, when he died at the age of 87. Thank you, Toastmasters.